agenda to our class is, number 1, welcome. Then we have number 2, social emotional content. 3, content. Then we have reflection, objective, class development, and at last, questions and answers. Let's continue.
Hello, good morning, my dear students. How are you today? Welcome to our English class. As everybody knows, today is our last English class, but we are going to continue the next week with our review class. So, boys and girls, remember the importance to pay attention to the instructions in each activity that I'm going to present you. Why? Because if you don't pay attention to the instructions, you are not going to complete the exercises, the activities that I'm going to present you in this class. So, let's start with our social emotional content. Pay attention to this history and try to comment what do you understand about it. So, here we go.
Oh my nose, it's too long, I need to make it small. I won't lie, no more lies, so please make it small. Oh my nose, it's too long, I need to make it small. Oh my nose, it's too long, I need to make it small. I won't lie, no more lies, so please make it small. Oh my nose, it's too long, I need to make it small.
Pinocchio. Geppetto has no children, but he wants a child.
I will make a son from wood.
So he makes Pinocchio. A fairy appears and says to Pinocchio, "Now you can move and speak. Be a good boy, and you will be a real boy." The next morning, Pinocchio says,
"Good morning, Father."
Geppetto is very happy, and he sends Pinocchio to school. When Pinocchio goes to school, he meets a fox and a cat. They say,
"Let's go to a puppet show."
So Pinocchio goes with them. Pinocchio sees a puppet show. Suddenly, the fox and the cat lock Pinocchio in a cellar. They plan to sell Pinocchio for money. The fairy appears. Pinocchio lies to her.
"I was kidnapped."
Suddenly, Pinocchio's nose grows long. When Pinocchio tells the truth, a woodpecker makes Pinocchio's nose small again. Pinocchio runs home, but then he meets boys in a wagon.
"Come with us to Toyland."
The boys say, so Pinocchio follows them. Pinocchio plays at Toyland for many days, and he turns into a donkey. Again, the fairy appears. She makes Pinocchio a wooden boy again. Pinocchio comes back home. but he doesn't see Geppetto. A seagull tells him,
Geppetto was looking for you, and a whale ate him.
Pinocchio jumps into the sea. And the whale comes and swallows him. Oh no! Pinocchio goes into the whale's stomach. Pinocchio finds Geppetto. They make a big fire. So the whale sneezes.
Achoo!
And the whale spits out Geppetto and Pinocchio. The fairy is waiting for Geppetto and Pinocchio at home. Good boy, you saved Geppetto. Then she makes Pinocchio into a real boy. Pinocchio isn't a wooden boy any longer.
We're going to study today quantifiers. Let's continue. If you can dream it, you can do it. Si puedes soñarlo, puedes hacerlo. I'm going to give you my point of view about this important reflection you have to take into account every day. Never give up on your dreams. If you think they will happen, it will. This is the main purpose for this. Nunca te des por vencido sobre tus sueños. Si crees que sucederá, if you can dream it, you can do it. Practice this reflection every day, and you are gonna follow and you are gonna get all the dreams that you want in your life. So, let's continue. Understand and use language to talk about amounts or quantities. Well, before to start working in our student book, it is important that you know and understand how you are going to use quantifiers. So pay attention in order to understand this important content. Quantifiers. Quantifiers can be used with countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Let's start with countable nouns. Countable nouns are many, few, or a few. These are for countable nouns. Nombres contables. Vamos a utilizar many and few or a few. Then we have in here the example. The example says, how many apples are there? How many apples are there? The answer can be, there are a few apples. Hay unas cuantas manzanas. There are a few. Then we have in here uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns are much, little, or a little. Here we have an example. How much milk do you drink? How much milk do you drink? You can answer a little, un poco. Remember, much, little, or a little for uncountable nouns and many, few, or a few for countable nouns. And we have in here some other quantifiers. You are going to use these quantifiers for countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Esos quantifiers los vamos a utilizar tanto para contables y no contables. Some, any, no, none, a lot of, lots of. These are the quantifiers we have to use for countable nouns and uncountable nouns. If you want to take notes about this explanation, you can do it. Si quieres tomar nota de esa explicación, lo puedes hacer. And the examples are, I need a lot of sugar. There are some potatoes. These are, if you want to ask me any question about this important content, you can write me on the chat. So let's continue with our student's book. Well, it's time to continue working in our student's book. For that, you have to open it and go on page number 66. Student's book, page number 66. As you can see in the presentation, this is the page in which we are gonna start working right now. Here we have the main content, quantifiers. As you remember, I already explained you this. And now it's gonna be easy for you to understand how you are gonna use the quantifiers. So, this is a title we have, Life in a Big City, 500 years ago. The instruction for activity number 1 says, read the questions and number the answers. Read the questions and number the answers. How many questions do we have here? 7. Number 1. What was the weather in London? This is the first question. Then we have, why didn't people smile a lot? 3. How many baths did people take? 4. How could the woman improve their complexions? 5. Was there any garbage in the streets? 6. Did they drink a lot of water? And the last is number 7. What did people do for fun? Now, we already read these questions. Now it's time to answer them. Ahora las vamos a responder según la indicación que se nos presenta, right? Here we have the answers. Acá tenemos las respuestas. Okay, what is the answer for question number 1? What was the best way to travel in London? What was the best way to travel in London? What is the correct answer? Think about it and tell me. You can write on the chat just the beginning of the answer. Puedes nada más escribir el inicio de la respuesta. Y así nos vamos a ir guiando todos, ¿ok? Okay, the answer for question number 1 is, okay, the answer for the first question is by boat. By boat, this one. They were like today's taxis, and there were, what is the correct? Much or many? Here is many boats on the river. Sometimes the roads were terrible because there was a lot of mud in the streets. They were often blocked by animals too. Now, question number 2. Question number 2 says, why didn't people smile a lot? Why didn't people smile a lot? Porque las personas no. That is something interesting, right? What is the answer? Number 2 is because people often only have a few teeth. Imagínense que tienen unos cuantos dientes. ¿Se imaginan ustedes de repente uno por acá, otro por allá? Sería extraño, ¿verdad? Nos sentiríamos extraños al momento de reír. Por esa razón, ellos no se ríen mucho, porque no tienen los dientes completos. Tienen unos cuantos. But teeth were very common because of poor diets. Es muy común, dice, muy pobre. Gracias a Dios nosotros, ¿verdad? Nos alimentamos bien por ratito, ¿verdad? Algunas chucherías, pero nos cuidamos los dientes. Okay, now we have in here question number 3. How many baths did people take? ¿Cuántos baños toman las personas? Vamos a descubrirlo. How many baths did people take? 3. Not many, not many. Queen Elizabeth wanted to set a good example for her subjects. So, she had one bath a month. Imagínense, toma un baño al mes. ¿Se imaginan nosotros bañarnos una vez al mes? No lo podríamos soportar, ¿verdad? So, she thought one bath was enough. Ella piensa que un baño es suficiente. But was enough. Then we have equation number 4. How could women improve their complexions? 4. The equation is, the answer, when women, this is the answer, when women wanted to improve their skin, they put a little dog's urine on it. How disgusting. Imagínense que para mejorar su piel utilizan orines de perro. No, ¿verdad? Eso no lo podría hacer yo. Okay, how disgusting. Then we have 5, equation number 5. Was there any garbage in the streets? Was there any garbage in the street? Yes, there was garbage. The streets smelled terrible too. That's because there weren't any toilets or bathrooms. Imagínense que no tienen baños y ni dormitorios. O sea, no tienen baños, perdón, no tienen baños. People had to use a chamber pot. They emptied these pots out of their windows. This is an interesting information, right? So, then we have equation number 6. Equation number 6, did they drink a lot of water? Did they drink a lot of water? No, they didn't drink much water at all. No, they didn't drink much. Too dirty. Most of the time, people drank weak beer. Wow, you're going to say, wow, this information is kind of strange, right? But this happens 500 years ago. Imagínense que esto pasó en una ciudad muy grande, 500 años atrás. No nos podríamos imaginar nosotros, ¿verdad?, vivir en una situación como la de ellos en ese tiempo. So, equation number 7, the last. What did people do for fun? ¿Qué hacen las personas para disfrutar? How did people do for fun? Number 7. They went to the theater. They also played tennis and a violent kind of soccer using a pig's bladder for a ball. People enjoyed bear betting, a sport in which dogs attacked and killed bears, which was very violent and cruel. So, this is an strange information, as I was telling you before, but it is important that you know something about this kind of cities, this kind of people. So, boys and girls, if you want to relate it with the order for these answers, you can write me on the chat. Si quieres saber, chicos, el orden de las respuestas a las preguntas, me lo pueden hacer saber en el chat. Yo con mucho gusto se los escribo. So, let's continue with the next part to our class.
Health is a lifestyle. My name is Chris. Our class is studying lifestyle habits for good health. Our teacher, Mr. Rivers, divided the class into 3 groups: the nutrition group, the exercise group, and the mind and body connecting group. I am in the nutrition group with Roberto, Katia, Marisa, Minzao, and Frank. Mr. Rivers told us to look at the new food pyramid. Each of us took one food group to research. Katia studied the grains group. She told us that rice, pasta, oatmeal, cereal, bread, and tortillas are grains. These foods are made from plants such as wheat, oats, barley, corn, and rice. She said that kids our age need between 3 and 6 ounces of grains each day. She said that one slice of bread or 1 cup of cereal or 1/2 cup of rice is about 1 ounce. Whole grains contain more minerals than refined grains. So, brown rice is better than white rice. Oatmeal is better than corn flakes. Whole wheat bread is better than white bread, at least from a nutritional point of view. Roberto was in charge of the vegetable group. Minzao read about the fruit group. They told us what we should have a colorful diet. This means that we need to eat a mix of fruits and vegetables. We should eat 2 to 2.5 cups of vegetables and 1.5 cups of fruit each day. An apple, a banana, a tomato, or an orange is equal to about 1 cup. The most nutritious vegetables are dark green, such as broccoli, spinach, or dark lettuce. Orange vegetables, such as carrots, squash, and sweet potatoes, are also very good for you. Marisa learned about oils. She read that we need only 5 teaspoons of oil each day. That's really not very much. We can get oils when food is cooked in oil. The mayonnaise we put on sandwiches and the dressing on our salads contain oil. Some foods such as nuts, seeds, olives, some fish, and avocados also contain oils. Oils from plants and fish are very good for the body. They help repair damage to cells. They also help the body's system work properly. Good oils are important to the heart and the blood. The body also needs these oils to fight infection. Children need oils to grow and improve the way that their senses work. Frank studied the dairy group. This group not only includes milk, but also yogurt, cheese, ice cream, and pudding. Milk products give us calcium and vitamin D, which help our bones grow strong. They also help our nervous system work well. When we get enough dairy foods each day, our teeth grow stronger. Dairy products help prevent bone problems later in life. Frank said that we need about 3 cups of milk and other dairy group products each day. It's important to eat dairy products that are low in fat and calories.
It's time to continue with our reading paths discussion. After listening the audio, after listening the information related with this unit, we are going to continue with the questions and answers. In order you can complete this activity, you can use your notebook. So take out your notebook and write the questions and answers. As you can see here, we have question number 1. Question number 1 says, what are the 3 groups in quiz class studying? The answer for this question, the nutrition group, the exercise group, and the main and body connecting group. This is the answer for question number 1. As I was telling you before, you have to write the questions and answers on your notebook. I'm going to give you some seconds in order you can complete this exercise. Now, number 2. Question number 2 says, what foods are made from grains? What are the foods? We have rice, pasta, oatmeal, cereal, bread, and tortillas. These are the foods that are made from grains. So let's continue with question number 3. Question number 3 says, why is a colorful diet healthy? Why is a colorful diet healthy? Because they are nutritional. Because they are nutritional. So take notes about the answers for these questions. If you ask me on the chat, teacher, I can't see the answers, so I'm gonna, chicos, si me dices, es que no logro ver bien las respuestas, se las voy a escribir también en el chat para que las puedan completar. Let's continue with question number 4. Question number 4 says, what is a colorful diet? What is a colorful diet? The answer for this question is, this means that we need to eat a mix of fruits and vegetables. I'm gonna repeat again. This means that we need to eat a mix of fruits and vegetables. Question number 5. What are some food that contain oil? What are some food that contain oil? We have here some examples. Nuts, seeds, olives, some fish, and avocados. Question number 6. What are some examples of dairy food? What are the examples of dairy food? We have yogurt, cheese, ice cream, and pudding. So, these are the answers for these questions. Now, let's continue with the last question, number 7. And this is the last question for the reading parts. It says, how do oils help us? How do oils help us? They help our nerves well. This is the last question, and here we have the answer for this question, number 7. I'm going to repeat again. They help our nervous system work well. So, boys and girls, this is all for reading parts discussion. If you want to ask me any question related with the answers for the questions, if you didn't get the answer, you can ask me, teacher, what is the answer for question number 2, or what is the answer for question number 5? So I'm gonna write the answer. Boys and girls, let's continue with the last part to our class. It's time to say the class is finished for today. Thank you for your attention, for your participation during this class. And remember that this is our last class. And the next week, we are going to continue with our review class for your English exam. What you have to do is pay special attention about the contents that will be evaluated in order you can have success in your exam. So, it was a pleasure for me to be here with you each week teaching you classes. I wish you the best of the best for the next year. Hugs and kisses to everyone. Bye-bye. See you. Take care.
make you smile, and you need me to hold you close, and all your fears that you dream of will disappear and flutter on. Whoa, hold on just a little. We'll meet right here in the middle ground.